All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Tribal Council. I know a lot of the past few rounds have been talking about how, in this more transitionary phase of the game, it really depends on who's in the war zone at what specific time to really dictate how that round falls in the whole transition, like earlier part of the transition or later part of the transition. So, Madison, with this group of people, how's this working out tonight?
Yeah, it definitely does depend on the group of people. I think people are starting to focus on different things when they're voting. It's like now we're like the more we narrow it down, the less you can focus on just like, oh, this person's inactive, or oh, this person this or that. And you actually kind of have to start strategizing, I guess is the best word. Yeah, so it's I think people are starting to focus on different things, but the general kind of vibe of the war zone stays the same, or has stayed the same, at least for this round.
So, Minor, what sort of things are you focusing on for this vote?
For this vote, it's just hoping to just better or have at least have this vote help me in my game and help me further myself. That's pretty much all I'm hoping for, and for me to stay in the game.
All right, what about for you, Devin?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna turn on my camera. Because I know you want to see my face. But no. This I was off last Warzone, which was a break because I'd been to like 3 before that. It's kind of like what Miner said. Obviously, we all want to be safe going forward. But I also agree with what Madison said that it's no longer, well, this person's inactive, so we're going to vote them. It actually comes. I feel like we're transitioning to a new part of the game where it actually comes down to what's going to be best for you going forward. Because after this, we have almost 8. I think it's 8 people gone already, and it's pretty far into the game. We've all been playing this for almost 26 days now, so I think tonight's vote is not necessarily cut and dry, but I think that everybody's actually starting to think further in the game down the road and not just for this round.
All right, Jacob, what sort of things are you looking for later in the game?
I think it's mostly just looking for people that you're able to work with, because like people that you get along with, people that are easy to talk to, and people that will actually communicate with you and help you get further into the game. That's definitely what I'm thinking about, at least.
Minor, so because everyone is voting and you need to have majority of the vote is obviously the goal. Is there a clear-cut person tonight that a lot of people are agreeing is least beneficial to everyone's game?
I think it has been just majority, but the same thing happened during the Renee vote. So, I'm hoping that it is, but you never know in this game.
So let's talk a little bit about the Renee vote versus this vote. So like what similarities and what differences do you see? Because that was a pretty big blindside from what I remember. Manu, do you want to talk about the differences and like how?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm currently at work. It was because it's usually quiet in the war zone. So last time it was just like one name being thrown out, and it seemed like everyone was just going that way, and then just seeing there being like 2 plans, which is like surprising for her how early that the game was for it.
Yeah. Jacob, have you heard just one name so far tonight?
Oh no, I've heard a couple, but one of them's mine, so I don't really have any options, I guess. Rest in
Okay,
peace.
so then what's your pitch? If you're trying to stay at tribal, it's such a fluid game, so what has been your pitch to stick around a little bit?
Okay, what'd you say? It just like glitched for me.
So like since oh my god, I'm getting so many notifications. So you said your name is coming up. So like what sort of things have you been doing to like shift that onto someone else, because it is such a fluid game with the Warzone, anything can happen. So like what's been your main strategy to skirt away from getting voted out?
Sorry, my friend keeps calling me. Okay. Basically I think my pitch is just that I mean, I've just been trying to talk to people and be more social, but I don't know. I guess I don't think I'm really a threat at all. I've never really made merge in Tumblr Survivor, so it's not like I'm like a super huge threat to win. I'm not good at challenges or anything. I just think I'm someone that will vote with you if you keep me around. So I think that's a reason to keep me.
All right. So Madison, it seems like one of his big points is like he's not threatening, like from past seasons. So how big is past season threat coming into play at this tribal council and in this game at large?
That's interesting. I personally hadn't thought about it all too much. I think it's a similar issue when like it's fans versus favorites or game changers or whatever the case may be. Like when you're bringing back people that have played before in any capacity, like just because they had a good game before means absolutely nothing with a new set of people under new circumstances with new rules, and especially in this type of season where tribe lines don't mean much at all. We have the war zone instead of normal tribal cycles. Like it changes so much, and doing well in games it is skill and it is strategy and it is social, of course, but it's also a lot of luck. So I don't think basing, like, obviously you know if someone's a good player or not, but I don't think basing their performance in old seasons is a particularly valid way to judge like their future performance, or their performance currently in the current game. That being said, I don't know. I don't think it's been from my experience thus far in the war zone, which is all of it. I don't think it's been a particularly like defining characteristic of deciding the vote thus far.
And what about for you, Devin? How are you personally looking at past games?
I mean, it's going to sound like a broken record because I definitely agree with Madison. Different game, different people, different set of rules. I mean, so everybody has their qualities. I feel like this season, a strong social game is definitely something that's needed with something changing every round. So I think players who possess that quality are definitely more advantaged for this format. However, if you're good at challenges, you don't come here. So look, I've been here for a little bit now, but I mean that's basically how I see it.
And Minor, before we wrap all of this up, there's obviously a lot to think about. So what do you think everyone should be thinking about when they go to vote tonight?
To just vote on how you feel and what you think will help you in the game, and not like somebody else's. That's it.
All right, awesome. Well, with that being said, unless somebody else has something else left to say, I will count down from 10 to 0. When I reach 0, your current votes will be locked, so you have until then to either cast or change your vote. Yeah, so let's get to it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'll go get the votes, and Alyssa is here to keep you all company.
Hello.
Queen, hello. Your
Hello.
lipstick looks so good.
Thank you. I just got it today. I'm really happy.
What is it? Like what brand is it? What shade is it?
Weird by Jeffree Star.
Oh, yes. So good. Have you like kept up with all like the James Tati Jeffree tea?
No, it's
No.
exhausting.
It's so tiring.
I have enough shit going on in my own life. We have orgs for drama. That's
Honestly, yeah, I feel that.
I don't need anything else. I'm like currently trying to hide this like weird ass fucking rash on my chest.
Legends.
I had like a really cheap necklace on. It's like been fine and I've been wearing it to bed and stuff, but I woke up this morning and just not having it.
Yikes.
Yeah, I have like acne all over my chest. It's like some kind of rash thing.
No bueno.
Yeah. But on the flip side, I went on a shopping spree today and got 5 gym outfits and a pair of sneakers for less than $200.
Okay, I see
Fancy.
Also, gym outfits. You go, queen. More power to you.
I just started on Monday. Fingers crossed.
Yes, go girl.
We don't acknowledge the gym.
I was gonna say, yeah, like can't relate, but go you. Like
So I told Madison when this round began, and whether I'm here or not after this vote, I mean, whatever. But I'm going to petition the host because she's been here too much, so she deserves a round off.
thank you so much. I really have. I'm here too often. I was like determined. Like I was ready after last Warzone. I was like, I am gonna win this immunity. Like I am not going. And then they were like slide puzzle, and I was like, fuck you.
I felt that.
Slide puzzles are impossible. I've never finished one in my life. I don't know.
I literally looked up how to like finish slide puzzles, and I got like the top one, and then I got the second one, and then I got the third one, and the rest I was just like, well, this is the end. Like
it sucks so bad.
I hate slide puzzles.
It's not good. Not a good time.
I don't know if I'm allowed to like tell you kids now how you're supposed to do slide puzzles, but it doesn't matter because Monty's back.
Hello. All right. I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the chat immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Jacob. Second vote, Ian. Third vote, Jacob. Fourth vote, Jacob. That's 3 votes, Jacob, 1 vote, Ian. Fifth vote, Jacob. And the 11th person voted out of Tumblr Survivor Kuwait, Jacob. Jacob, the Warzone has spoken, and it is time for you to go.
Bye. Thanks for letting me play. I'm glad I got pre-merge again. It's kind of iconic, I'm not gonna lie. Bye.
Love you, Jacob. My cancer queen.
All right. So with that, we have another unanimous but seemingly not easy vote. So everyone can grab your stuff, head on back to your camps, and your immunity challenge will be posted shortly. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, beauties.